Hey guys, it's T. Kyle here. Happy Sunday. I am here. I've got my Dunkin' Donuts. And it is Sunday. I have work in a little bit. And I wanted to sit down and have our little end of the week chat, which I still don't have a name for this whole thing. I don't know. Do you guys have names that maybe I can make this a weekly thing? I was gonna make it T. Kyle Complains, but I feel like I don't really complain. I do complain, but there's always the complaint and then the solution and then what I'm gonna do next. Can I complain about my neighbors right now? I always start filming and then it's like, boom! Oh my god! In the hallway. And I'm just like, you just ruined my intro. Well, my battery pack's dying anyway, so 1 second. Okay, my battery pack has been replaced. My neighbors have gone inside. Let's restart this. Okay, so this week there was something I wanted to chat with you guys about, and it was inspired by 2 comments that were tweeted at me because I tweeted yesterday that I had weighed in, because that's now a weekly thing that I am doing, sort of I kind of have to do it, which I'll explain in a second. And I'm now down to 172. And I have not been in the 170s in such a long time. So when I freelanced at the end of 2014, my weight skyrocketed. I gained, I think, around 32 pounds over the course of a couple months, and I was just under 200. And then over time, it just kind of came back down, and that was really bad. But I have been lingering in the mid 180s for about 2 years. So where was I going with this? So basically, I have now been actively trying to lose weight and to lower my BMI and to lower my body fat percentage. And so I tweeted that I weighed in the other day and that it was a success. And someone tweeted back at me and said, "You're not fat." And it's not that annoyed me, but it just kind of, first of all, if someone's tweeting something they're saying is an accomplishment, it's undermining the person's accomplishment when you say something like that. And it also just kind of reminded me that I haven't really explained or done an update on my health video. I feel like I'm putting all the different things out here and I'm not tying it together yet, but it's getting there. So I'm losing weight. I tweeted that I had lost weight. And then there's the title of this video, which says I'm fat. And kind of the reason for this whole, oh my God. So when I told you guys about my health things a month ago, it turns out there's 2 things going on. One of them I'm not gonna talk about because I have to follow up with a specialist in a month, 5 weeks from now. And so where that is going is soon to be determined, so I'm not speaking to it at all. The other issue is actually with my liver. And it was something that we caught unintentionally. And again, I'm not gonna go into specifics here because I feel like, it goes back to what I just told you guys about this tweet. It's like you tweet something about your health and there's always someone that's gonna chime in with something that's not helpful or not informed, and it's just not an area that I want to go into right now. So I'm gonna keep it vague with an explanation, if that makes sense. So my liver is fucked up in broad terms. I'm not gonna get into medical terms. And it's something that was caught unintentionally. And basically what happened was we found out that, I've been hovering in the mid 180s for a long time. I wear a size 34 jean. I wear a medium or large t-shirt. I am by no means obese, but I am fat. And some people are gonna hear this and say, what? You're not, what are you talking about? What do you, they're gonna think that I'm crazy for saying that. And The reason why I'm saying that is because the word fat is an adjective, but it's also a scientific term. So, you know, fat is a type of cell that is in your body, right? But fat is also an adjective that's used to describe people's appearance, and it's a usually very negative term. And so when you hear people say I'm fat, it's a negative thing. Fat is not a word that is like a color where if something is black or white or red or green or blue, it's that color. The number 2, 1, 2, there's 2, solid, it's math. Fat is not one of those things. Fat is this broad term that's used as a negative thing. It's just not a solid description. So for me, you know, I was lingering around the mid 180s. Was I happy with where I was? No. Was I mortified and, you know, worried about my health every single day? Concerned in any way? No. So it turns out my body fat percentage is really high, above 20, which is really high. Also, my BMI is really high. Now, I also have a lot of fat around my midsection, which is also part of this whole thing. And my liver enzymes are high, my triglycerides are high. We caught this in a time where I have the ability to make a lifestyle change to prevent down the road it getting worse. So I'm really grateful for that. But also the reality of the situation is I have a lot of fat on my body. And a lot of people hearing this are going to think I'm crazy, and they're going to try and say something like, you're not fat, what are you talking about, blah, 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 you're so skinny, blah, blah, blah. And it's not the case. And it's called body composition, and it's what your body is composed of. So you can be thinner or smaller or not fat. Where's the fucking elevator? Anyway, so this is not a matter of aesthetic or me trying to, you know, look fit or any kind of aesthetic cosmetic reasoning for this whole thing is not the case at all. This is strictly a body composition issue. It comes down to how much of my body is composed of fat. There's a lot of fat cells around my midsection. It's really where I've gained, it's where I gained all of my weight initially, and it stayed there. And that's a result of stress, result of my liver being fucked up, and just a result of me not eating right. And even though this whole thing has been so stressful and all of the blood work and all of that was just, you know, so draining, literally and physically, I'm really glad that we were able to catch it, because now I have the opportunity to reverse it. So I, for the past 4 weeks now, have been restricting my diet. I have cut out pretty much all processed foods. That's really what my problem was, and why I wound up in this predicament, and why my liver was so fucked up, and why there was so much fat in my blood. And that's the other thing too. It's like people say, oh, I'm not fat, but I got my blood work done and there were fat cells in my blood. And that sounds so gross, but that's the reality, because I was eating so much processed food. Like every single meal, I'm not even kidding you guys, I fell into that habit of just eating everything processed. And you know, I love Dunkin' Donuts, girl, but I have cut out all their food entirely because it's all processed. And I've started looking at labels, and the amount of research I've done in the past month is just, I mean, it really shook me up, because, you know, I'm hovering at in mid 180s, and I felt fine. You know, physically I felt fine. I wasn't having any stomach problems, nothing like that. And then all of a sudden it comes back red alert, red alert, red alert, alarm, 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 all these different things in my blood work that we picked up. And that's where we are now. So I wanted to make this video because I wanted to give you guys an update. And I also, I mean, I am losing weight. I think you can definitely see it on my face. That's usually where I notice it first. It comes off my face and my legs first, and then everything else is always last. But I feel like, you know, I think you can definitely tell, like, it's coming off my face. It's for sure. And it's coming off pretty quickly, which is, you know, a good sign because it definitely shows that, you know, my body is you burning fat. And so my body is starting to cleanse itself and clear out the toxins, which is good. But yeah, I just wanted to share this because I wanted to give you guys an update and not freak you guys out. This issue, one of the two issues is, I would say 99% reversible, and is something that my doctor was not concerned about. He definitely thinks I can reverse this. I just have to stick to a diet, watch what I'm eating, watch what I'm putting inside my body. I have cut out alcohol. I have cut out sugar, added sugar. I've cut out, you know, you can have sugar with like vegetables and stuff like that, or fruit. But I've really, I mean, it was a light switch. I got these results back. We figured this thing out, and it was no more. I can't. I don't want to wind up with diabetes. I don't want to wind up with a liver issue when I'm older and when my body is not able to heal itself as fast. And so I'm focusing right now on the food, what I'm putting inside my body, when I'm putting it inside my body, really focusing on my schedule of when I eat, what I eat. And then in a couple months from now, maybe I'll start working out. Maybe I'll start incorporating some, you know, weightlifting or whatever. I'll pick up some kind of physical activity. But right now I am focusing on what I'm eating, and I'm not stressing myself out cosmetically, what I look like, you know, I don't care about any of that stuff. That's all. It doesn't matter. I can have a six-pack abs, but if your liver is fucked up and you're dying inside out, then who cares if you have abs? That's my update on where I'm at right now. My body fat is lowering. My BMI is lowering. My weight is lowering. It's been slow but steady, and it's something that I'm going to be keeping up with for a while. And you guys, I mean, you see me, you see my face on camera. You guys are gonna see it. You're gonna see my face getting a little bit slimmer. I also think with all the things I've cut out, I think a lot of my inflammation has cleared up. I have been using my acne medication less, and my face has been rather clear, I think. And I don't use it every single night. I use it every other day now. My weight's going down, my acne's clearing up, and I do feel a little bit better. And obviously, you know, maybe I'll give this a couple weeks. I'm traveling next week. I'm gonna be in LA for 10 days, and then I come back. So that's gonna be a little tough trying to stick to this whole thing while I'm traveling, but I'm gonna do my best. And yeah, I mean, I think I covered pretty much everything here, giving you guys an update. And make sure to follow up with your doctors. Don't skip your physicals. This is something that came out of nowhere. It really did, and I'm not saying that. I'm not really saying that lightly. Like it was something that really shocked me and really stressed me out and really scared me. And over a couple weeks, once we, you know, figured out what is going on here, I feel a lot better now. So don't skip your physicals. Don't skip your doctor's appointments. Get your blood work done. Take care of yourself. Read labels. Be yourself, bitch. Step your pussy up, honey. Get a job. Own a business, bitch. Suck a dick, okay? That's today's. I feel like this whole series, I feel like what I do with this, because it honestly is like therapy for me, because I don't have a therapist right now. And I feel like these videos I sit down with a problem or an issue or a complaint or something that I just wanna sort out. And then I talk through it, and at the end of the video, I have a message for you guys. Like a moral of the story. What we have learned sitting here and discussing and bitching and working this out. So there's something there. I'm working on it. Another problem. I don't have a name to my series. Let's talk it out. Leave me a comment below. What do you guys think? Should I do some kind of a series where it's like a problem of the week and T. Kyle gives you his advice and we work it out? I don't know. But I like it. It's getting somewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna go because there are people down here outside my window yapping. There's people in the hallway constantly yapping, and it's driving me crazy, and I have to go get ready for work, and I have to edit this, get it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and if there's anything that I said in this video that was confusing or you want me to elaborate, leave me a comment below. I will be replying to your comments all night while I'm at work and during the week. And if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And I will not see you guys next week with a new video because I'm gonna be flying, but I am going to try and do some kind of an LA vlog while I'm out there for Watch What Happens Live. I fly on Friday, and I'm gonna try and film some kind of LA vlog and show you guys maybe some behind the scenes stuff. I'm gonna ask my boss what I can and cannot do, and then maybe you guys will get like a little behind the scenes. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.